Crime has always haunted society, and for centuries, justice relied on unreliable witnesses and confessions. But true justice demands impartial evidence, proof that cannot be swayed or fabricated. This is the promise of forensic science, a bridge between the crime scene and the courtroom. Forensic science uses scientific methods to analyze evidence: fingerprints, hair, blood, bullets, each telling a piece of the story. Without it, police would be left guessing, and justice would falter. In India, the journey of forensic science began with simple tools and bold ideas. Early pioneers, working with limited resources, laid the foundation for modern criminal investigation. They sought a foolproof way to identify criminals, especially repeat offenders who changed names to escape justice. From measuring body parts to classifying fingerprints, these innovations transformed policing. This essay explores those early days, the revolutionary methods, and the brilliant minds behind them. We'll see how each system improved on the last, shaping the fight for justice. India's pioneering efforts contributed significantly to global forensic science. Join me as we uncover the origins of forensic science in India, a journey from measuring tapes to world-changing breakthroughs. This is not just a history of science, but a history of justice itself. Let's begin. In the late 1800s, Indian police faced a daunting challenge: how to reliably identify criminals who changed names and locations. Photography was new and unreliable. Names and appearances could be faked. The answer came from France, Alphonse Bertillon's anthropometry, or Bertillonage. By measuring certain body parts, Bertillon believed each person could be uniquely identified. The British in India quickly adopted this system in 1892, making India a global pioneer. Police officers were trained to take precise measurements, and special bureaus managed the growing data. For the first time, repeat offenders could be tracked across regions. This scientific approach replaced guesswork with precision. Bertillonage marked the formal entry of science into Indian policing. Criminal identity became a set of numbers, not just a name or face. It was the first major attempt to build a scientific criminal database. The era of measuring criminals had begun, but this was only the beginning. The Bertillon system required 11 precise body measurements: height, head size, finger and foot length, and more. These were recorded on Bertillon cards, along with photographs and distinguishing marks. Cards were sorted by measurement categories, creating a manual but effective database. When someone was arrested, their measurements were checked against existing records. This system brought professionalism and scientific rigor to police work. Imagine, a thief in Calcutta is revealed as a repeat offender from Patna, thanks to matching measurements. For a time, Bertillonage made the criminal's past an open book. It was a leap forward, promising certainty and identification. But as the system grew, so did its challenges. The promise of science was real, but the method was not flawless. The search for a better solution continued. The next breakthrough was just around the corner. Bertillonage soon revealed its flaws. Human error in taking measurements led to inconsistencies and misidentifications. The process was slow, complex, and required extensive training. Equipment had to be precise. Any fault could compromise the system. The method struggled with young offenders, whose bodies were still growing, and with women due to social customs. The fatal flaw: two unrelated people could have nearly identical measurements. The Will West case in the US exposed this. Two men, same measurements, no relation. Bertillonage was no longer reliable. Law enforcement needed a new, foolproof method. The answer was already taking shape in India. The era of measurement was ending. A new era was about to begin. As Bertillonage faltered, fingerprinting emerged in India. The unique patterns on our fingertips never change and are different for everyone. Sir William Herschel, a British administrator in Bengal, began using fingerprints for contracts in the 1850s. He noticed their permanence and uniqueness, collecting prints over years. Fingerprinting was simpler and faster than anthropometry, just ink and paper. It required less training and was nearly error-proof. Most importantly, no two people, even identical twins, share the same fingerprints. A single print could link a suspect to a crime scene with certainty. Fingerprinting quickly outshined bertillonage. The search for a reliable identification system was over. The fingerprint era had arrived. Collecting fingerprints was easy, but searching thousands for a match was not. Enter Sir Edward Henry, Inspector General of Police in Bengal, and his Indian assistants, Azizul Haque and Hemchandra Bose. Together, they developed the Henry classification system in the 1890s. By categorizing fingerprints into loops, whorls, and arches, and assigning codes, they made searching fast and accurate. The world's first fingerprint bureau opened in Calcutta in 1897. The Henry system was adopted worldwide, revolutionizing policing. Now, a single fingerprint could identify a suspect with unprecedented certainty. India's innovation became the global standard. The foundation for modern forensic identification was set. The days of guesswork were over. Science had given justice a powerful new tool. The impact was immediate and lasting. Forensics would never be the same. Fingerprinting solved identification, but what about other evidence? Bloodstains at crime scenes held secrets, unlocked by the science of serology. In 1901, Karl Landsteiner discovered human blood groups, A, B, AB, and O. Blood could now be tested to link or exclude suspects. India established its first serology department in Calcutta in 1910. Police sent blood-stained evidence for analysis, gaining crucial leads. Blood group evidence wasn't as unique as fingerprints, but it narrowed suspect pools. For example, if a suspect's blood type matched a stain at a crime scene, it became strong circumstantial evidence. If not, it could prove innocence. Serology brought science to the invisible clues left behind. It was another leap forward in forensic investigation. The story of the crime could now be read in blood. Forensics was expanding beyond identification. Forensic science soon tackled new challenges: firearms and forged documents. Ballistics experts learned to match bullets to specific guns by microscopic markings, like a firearm's fingerprint. In India, an arms expert helped police solve gun crimes with scientific precision. Ballistics could determine the weapon, firing distance, and link a gun to a crime. Meanwhile, document examiners analyzed handwriting, ink, and paper to detect forgeries. The government examiner of questioned documents in Shimla became a key resource. These disciplines brought science to cases of murder, robbery, and fraud. Guns and documents now told their own stories. Forensic science was becoming truly multidisciplinary. Every trace left behind became a clue. Justice was now armed with evidence. From measuring tapes to DNA, India's forensic journey transformed justice. Each innovation, anthropometry, fingerprinting, serology, ballistics, answered the need for truth. Early pioneers turned crime fighting into a science based on evidence, not intuition. The Henry classification system, born in Calcutta, became a global standard. The search for unique identifiers, first in fingerprints, now in DNA, remains central to forensics. Specialized labs for serology, ballistics, and document analysis showed the power of a multidisciplinary approach. Today's forensic experts use advanced technology, but the principles remain the same: observation, classification, and comparison. These are the legacy of India's early forensic pioneers. Their spirit of inquiry made society safer. Science and justice, working together, ensure the truth is always found. No matter how clever the criminal, evidence speaks. The story of Indian forensics is a story of progress, innovation, and justice.